Hey, what's up everybody? Brian here with the Holy Roller playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. And today we're going to talk about why craps is the absolute best game in the entire casino. Yes, I'm biased, but watch this. Here we go.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps, earning free cruises, and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching. Now let's get rolling.
Why am I biased about craps is because, yes, I love this game. It is a passion of mine, but I did play craps on a cruise with $300 and won a free cruise, and that was like 4 years ago, and I haven't paid full price for a cruise ever since. And all you have to do is pay taxes and port fees. I'm on the Star of the Seas right now, 7-night, and the Star of the Seas is the brand new biggest ship in Royal Caribbean, and it only cost me $164 to be here. And that is cheaper than being at home. But let's talk about why I believe the craps is the best. And I won't show you all the other games, but you know all the other games in the casino. All the other games, whatever you bet once and it's one result, and then you have to bet again. That is kind of like the field here. If you were betting on the field, this is a one roll bet, and it has to be a 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so here we go. Let's see what happens. And it's a 10. You win, right? And that's what it's like, and it actually wins even money there. But that's what it's like with blackjack. You bet once, you get one result. Okay, let's stack it, right? Let's just stack it and see what happens. And it's a 2. Wow, double in the bubble. So then this one not only pays like that, but it pays another stack. Wow. But notice these were all one roll bets. Let's just stack it up right there just like that. Anybody crazy enough to do that? It's a 7. You lost everything. All right. But basically, that's kind of like every other game in the casino. These one roll bets or these one roll outcomes. Whether it's blackjack, whether it's a slot machine, you press the button, you're betting once, you get one result, and then you have to bet again. Now that's the way it is here. And of course, that's why it's big and it's right in front of you, because they want you to bet that. Just go ahead, bet that all night long. But these ones are a little bit different. So rather than just kind of teaching you how to play craps, I'm just gonna give you the basics. Let's say you had $110 and you placed $110 on the inside numbers, okay? When this puck is off, these bets are off, but this is a $10 table. We could bet 10, but I'm gonna show you a little strategy here that I like to play. But let's say this is $110. And when this puck is off, these bets are off, somebody's gonna roll, and it is a 7. So when this is off, these don't lose, okay? Now there's 36 different combinations of the dice, and there's 6 ways to make a 7. Right here, there's more ways to make a 7 than any other number. There's 5 ways to make a 6 and 5 ways to make an 8. So there's 10 combinations right here out of 36. There's 4 ways to make a 5, 4 ways to make a 9. So that's 8 ways. So look, 10 plus 8 is 18. Half the ways of the dice are right here. If there's any roulette players watching, I know one of the strategies is to bet half the wheel on roulette. And that's kind of what this is, betting half the dice combinations. And so that's why I would say bet this. But watch what happens. Okay, let's get a point established. So when this is off, something needs to roll. A 6 rolls. Now the point becomes 6. They have to roll a 6 before a 7 in order to pass or win. But you're just betting the 5, 6, 8, and 9. All you have to do is get one of these to roll. If the 7 rolls, you lose $110. Okay, now remember when we were doing it one roll, if I roll a 4, these stay here. If I roll a 10, these stay here. If I roll any number, they stay here except for the 7. So, yes, there's 1 out of 6 chance that the 7 would roll, meaning, you have a 16% chance of losing, but that's an 83% chance or 84% chance of winning or not losing, because it could be a 4, 10, well, let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. It's a yo 11, okay? So they call it yo 11 because 11 sounds like 7, so they say yo first, so they know the yo 11. All right, so we didn't win, but we didn't lose. And guess what happened for my average bet over here? I'm getting rated for a $110 bet. If I was at blackjack, on that one, I would have to bet $100, do one hand of blackjack, and then I would have won or lost, right? And then I would have had to bet another $100. But right now at craps, I'm still getting rated for $100 on the next roll of the dice. Let's see what happens. It's a 4. Guess what? I didn't win or I didn't lose, but I'm still getting ready for $110 towards a free cruise. Now I would have had to bet for 2 outcomes at blackjack or 2 outcomes at a spin of the wheel at roulette or whatever. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. And it's a 6. We finally got one. Okay, our $30 pays $35. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that was a lot of risk. And you might say, I don't want to risk that much. Did you know, remember what I was saying is a $10 table? This is $35. I can take all of this down, put it back in my rack, and I could say, hey, just give me a $10 5 and a $12 6 and 8, okay? And then you get a dollar change. And notice I had 110 at risk, but now I'm playing for absolutely free. That was a 6, meaning they passed, and the point is off, and so these bets are off, and now it rolls again, and it's a 6 again. So now the point becomes 6 again. Now I have this money here. Now I'm getting rated for $35 over here, but I have no money at risk. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. And it's a 7. 7 out. I lost everything, right? But technically, I won $1. Okay, I don't know if you remember, but I got that dollar change because I had $34 here, but I won $35. So what happened was I did what's called a drawdown strategy. I go big with 110, wait till I get a hit or a payment, then I go down. I didn't lose any money, and I've been rated for a free cruise this entire time at $100, and I only had to bet once, that $100 once. Let's try it one more time because it doesn't always happen. You know, there's always not a happy ending at craps, but sometimes there is. So let's try it one more time. Let's say we're the shooter this time, and we're gonna bet on the pass line. And if ever you bet the pass line, make sure to cover up the P because that's what it really is. And you'll have to watch another video to talk about it and see it next time. Okay, there's a 4. All right, so the point becomes 4. We're gonna do $110 just like we did. I'm gonna just put it right up here. It's $110, okay? And now the 4 doesn't matter to us except for right here. If we roll a 4, we win $10, right? All right, but here is where the money is, right? The 110. Now you might say, what about odds, Brian? What about odds? Now I usually never play pass line with odds unless I'm rolling the dice, but I also don't play pass line with odds because if you watch my other videos, this is a 3, 4, 5 times table, meaning whatever you put here, you could put 3 times, 4 times, 5 times behind, which is to like double down on your bet. So I could put $30, or over here I'd put $30 behind. But this right here, even though it's $40, I'm only getting ready for a $10 bet. So most people, they would say, hey Brian, I played craps on a cruise. I got no points towards a free cruise. Well, chances are it's because you were playing pass line with odds because they don't give you credit for this money back here. So even if you have $50, they're only giving you credit for a $10 bet. So that's why I say just forget about the point, play your game here. Half of the ways of the dice. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. And it is an 8. All right, so the 8 rolled. We get paid $35. Now, you can do the same thing we did last time by going down and getting a 5, 6, and 8. Or you could try to get 2 hits. Press your luck a little bit. Let's see what happens. And it is a 4. We got a 4. So the point goes off. This pays $10. Okay, and now it's time to come out again. These bets are off. When that is off, let's see what happens. And it's a 9. So now the point becomes 9. And so a lot of times what I see people do is because they're right here, they're like, what do you want to do with your 9? And they're like, give it back to me. And remember, if you take this down and you put it back here, which you could, but you only get rated for a $10 versus here, you get rated and you actually get paid more money out here than you would altogether here. Like what I mean is, you have to watch another video, but and why I say more money is because you get rated. You get rated here, but back here you don't get rated. So no free cruise for you if you're playing pass line with odds. Free cruise for you if you're playing out here on the box numbers. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get it. And it is a 3. Craps 3. Didn't get paid. Here we go. Let's see what happens. And it is a 4. We didn't win. We didn't lose. Now what's happening? We're getting rated for $100 on every roll of the dice. Not having to bet $100 every hand like at blackjack or something else. There's a 9. We got it. All right. Not only did we win here, the 35, but we win here 10, okay? And then the puck will go off. So they'll give us this money, they'll give us this money. Now, if you remember, we got 2 hits. So remember, we got 2, which is 35 and 35, which is $70. Now watch this. I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna just tell you how this works, and then we'll be done with the video. I'm gonna say, take me down, okay? So when you say take me down, they're gonna give you your money back. All right, now remember, I have $70 out there. I can give them $70, or I can just say, I can give them 75, and whenever you bet, make sure to put the money on a line, somewhere on a line. You can't really bet here. This is like the dealer's bet, so you wouldn't actually put it here. You would just put it on a line. Now, the reason why I say put it on the line is because if you put it here, it might look like a bet on the come bet. If you put it here, it might be a filled bet. If you just put it here, it might be a bet over there or whatever. So always put it on the line, and then they will make sure that the bet is set before the dice roll. So what I do is I put out 70 and I say, give me 66 inside. And so, and if you have the correct change, you can also do that. And it would look something like this, you know, or whatever. But 66 inside is those same numbers we're talking about, but it's at the $15 level. So if you were at the $15 level, and I have to throw in, let me throw in $6 so they can set this up. So this is $66. Now remember when I was saying 110? Even if this is a $10 table and you could do 44, I would recommend doing 66, because what would happen is, same thing, puck is off, here's this, let's just try it one more time. I'm gonna show you how it works. There's a 5, so the point is 5, we're gonna leave it here. Each one of these pays $21. So let's see if we can get 2 hits. There's a 3, all right, there's a 3, there is a 6. Okay, so a 6 rolled, we get paid $21. Okay, 21, right? Watch, I'm gonna put it right over here on the side. I know you can't see that on the camera, but I'm kind of just putting it on the side. Let's see if we can get one more hit here, all right? And then we didn't, it's a 7, so we lost everything. But did we really lose? Because remember, we're playing with the casino money and we're rating ourselves with the casino money, or, you know, it's our money, but it's our profit. So technically, if you wanted to do the math, and if we counted this up, we actually are up in our bankroll, and we and everybody else, because that 7 rolled when the puck is on, everybody lost. But notice how many times I was able to roll the dice and get rated for money on the table without having to rebet over and over. That's why. That's a little tutorial on why craps is the best game in the casino to win a free cruise. Watch this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya!